Hello everybody, my name is Connor and welcome to our first OP10 match. We are playing the Yellow Green Law into Usopp, and I do want to say first and foremost, help me get to 1k subs. We're going to be doing a playmat giveaway. You can see my playmats on outmaneuver.com. This is not one of my playmats. I'm borrowing a buddy's playmat here. And yeah, I really am hoping that OP10 will help us get to 1k so we can do that sweet giveaway and I can keep growing. And I have been having so much fun with Law. As you guys see, I've proxied the deck out. I have been slowly getting the pieces together, but I recorded this about a week ago. So it's a lot of proxies, and my buddy, he's got Usopp in Japanese, which it's a beautiful deck. It's a beautiful altar. And we are going to start off 2 Dawn, nothing. Oh, never mind. That's a Searcher Luffy. I'm going to search the top 5 for a Supernova type character, Cavendish. The 7-drop Law, so good, as well as the 3-cost Bonnie, also really good. But I am going to take Cavendish, and if you guys have been here a while, you guys know I can't read, just in general. Cards, anything, I just can't read. So there is a chance I do want to preference saying that I may have played 2 Cavendishes and restood Dawn like a fool. But after this little set of games, you guys won't see me making any mistakes except for some mistakes. So my opponent's going to go ahead and tap 3 to play the, or excuse me, is that 2? No, that's 3. Gonna swing, there we go, gonna tap 2 for Ido and swing the 6, and we're gonna give him that 2k Mihawk there. I really like that card. This list, I believe I got from Kyle Gasly. Really fun creator to watch, guys. I highly recommend it. So I was really struggling with the idea of this deck, especially in paper. I don't know if you guys feel the same way I do, where on the sim, it makes more sense, but when you get it in paper, it gets a little confusing. Maybe that's me, maybe not, I don't know. But trying to figure out what to do this turn, I think I just haven't really gotten the flow down, so it is looking like I'm going to play 3-cost Bonnie. Looking at that Capone is also, one of the things with this deck is I found that I didn't know how to how to replace my life, and the 2 cards that I found that have really done that for me is the Bonnie as well as the Capone. So, and with the Capone beige, it is a 2k, and with Law ability you can bounce it. So here I think I missed my math. I can't read, I can't count, I'm terrible at One Piece. Why do you guys watch me? But we are going to go ahead and swing 6, and he's just going to go ahead and block out of that, and we are going to pass, putting the Cavendish up top, hopefully saving it for next turn. We do have that blocker. Ideally, I don't think, I'm so used to black decks having that removal that hopefully Usopp doesn't have that, but he is going to go ahead and swing 5. And I'm going to give him the 2k X-Drake, this new X-Drake. Really good card. It's a 2k counter, searchable by Supernovas, but it does rest a 4-cost if you rest it, so pretty good option. But Zoro is going to go ahead and pop our Bonnie, trashing 2 of his cards, and passing turn. So we're in a little bit of a tougher spot here, and I think I'm actually going to mess up here and play down Cavendish, probably. I think I'm looking at playing down Bonnie. I really hope I play down Bonnie. Come on, Connor. You can do it. Yes. Okay. It looks like I'm going to play... So Bonnie's a really interesting card. She can freeze a character, but she can also freeze Dawn. So I really like Bonnie in this list, in this set, just to be able to ruin people's turns. It's my favorite. So Law ability is going to trigger because we have 6 costs on board. We're going to bounce Luffy to our hand and play out Cavendish to restand to Dawn. Excuse me, not to Law, silly. And I get the option of either I can attach it to leader or I can search with Bonnie. And I think I'm going to go ahead and search with that Jewelry Bonnie. And unfortunately, so that card there that I'm holding in my hand, I can't remember her name. I love that card. If you can get that on board and just bounce her back. Carmel, that's her name. She's from OP4. really great card. But we are going to take the Bounce Law, and I remember which game this is now. And we're going to go ahead and poke 6 at lead, just trying to get some cards out of hand, and we are going to get those cards out of hand. That's excellent. And yeah, we're sitting pretty good. I'm pretty comfortable with the bodies I have on board. Ideally, we could keep a fairly healthy life. I feel like from the couple of games I've played with Law, we kind of want to sit around 1, 2, maybe 3, mostly 2. I think that's where I like to play most of my leaders, though. I think that might be a preference. So it looks like he's going to go ahead and swing 6 with the leader. And we're going to go ahead and take getting a restand Law. That Law is so good. I wish it could restand 7-cost Law. I understand why I can't. But Zoro's going to go ahead and swing 7, kind of putting us in an odd spot. Probably should have countered out of that 6 in retrospect. But, well, no, I'm a mad lad. I'm going to take it. Going a little low. I think that this deck, similarly to, I think Luffy is the other one. Fat cards, big hand, and low life is how I've been really finding that I enjoy to play it. And once you get to 7 Dawn, that 7-cost Law is so good. So we're going to go ahead, tap 1 to search with Bonnie. Honestly, a really good way to start the turn. And we do have Straw Sword. I think I'm running 2 Straw Swords, mostly for our Blackbeard matchup. I want to be able to just rest that Blackbeard. That's just so good. So off of the Bonnie, we are going to take a Jewelry Bonnie, that 5-cost Bonnie. Going to be able to freeze up some Dawn or potentially a character depending on what I want to do. We're going to go ahead, tap 7, and I think here I might be like Cavendish. I'm going to restand all the Dawn. And yeah, even look at that. 4 eyes over here can't fucking read. Crazy concept. I'm just pretending to read there. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I'm going to take the restand Law. And we are gonna, okay, we are cooking here. We're gonna go 6 into that Zoro, re-standing 2 Dawn, getting that counter, and with our leader ability, we're gonna swing 6 into Zoro again, just trying to get as much out of his hand as we can, really. And it looks like he's gonna go ahead and block with Frankie and playing out the 3-cost Bart blocker, rested off of the Frankie KO effect. Pretty solid, honestly. Law ability is gonna restand. Did I not bounce? I think he's trying to tell me I need to bounce something, and I'm like, I don't know what you mean. But I do need to bounce something. There he is saying leader effect, and I'm getting a little confused. Even though at this point, I know. So I most likely will bounce the Bonnie back to hand. Although, interestingly enough, I think I just forget to bounce. That's toxic of me, honestly. 4 more Dawn coming up because of, or 2 more Dawn, excuse me, making 4 total. And yeah, he's like, you need to bounce something to your hand, bro. And I'm like, what do you mean? I played out the Law. I don't know, dude. This was a week ago, and I'm still a little dumb here. So I think we're going to go ahead and tap 1, replacing the Bonnie. So ultimately, I guess I lost out on that transaction, if I am correct. Still, I needed to bounce Bonnie back. We are going to take another Cavendish, and with our 3 Dawn, I remember here, I thought I had a Bonnie in hand, a blocker Bonnie, but we're going to just go ahead, tap another 1 to search again, I think. Yeah, and I think he's still telling me, brother, you need to bounce something, and I'm like, what do you mean? I did. So yeah, I think that's what we're talking about here, which I promise you, I played this deck tonight for funsies. I did not make that mistake. So, yeah, I think he's really trying to get it through my thick skull, brother, and I am as dense as they come. But this is good. This is why I initially started posting videos. I wanted people to call me out on my misplays, and I wanted to improve. And I think, honestly, starting my YouTube channel has made me such a better One Piece player, and you would not be able to tell from this gameplay. But I don't know. I honestly have been having so much fun with my channel. I love it. I love being creative and creating content and creating playmats. So much fun. But anyway, back to our game. That's why you guys are here, to see some good OP10 action. Honestly, can you guys believe it? 10 sets already. I feel like we were just in 03, man. I don't know. I'm so infatuated with this game right now. But 6K at Cavendish. We could honestly let it go, but we are going to go ahead and counter with Bonnie. I don't hate that. I think here I protect Cavendish a little too hard, but we are going to trash a Cavendish. I think that's okay. And then the Toy Soldier is coming out to minus the Law here, the 7-cost Law. Brutal to have that be minused and potentially lose that huge body. If you don't know, he is a 7/9, and on play I get to put a supernova into my life. I have to reveal it, put a supernova into my life, and then I get to put Arrested Dawn on leader. So yep, I'm working through it there. He's gonna go ahead and use Toy Soldier and Zoro to pop my my body, and he is swinging with that Zoro. I don't think that Zoro has Rush. Potentially could be wrong there. But we're still learning the set at this point, I think. And all of his cards are Japanese, so a little harder, but it's a casual game. We're just having fun trying out new decks. And even though I'm at 1 life, I'm feeling really confident here. I'm trying to, at this moment, I think I'm trying to figure out how I can use Bounce Law to my benefit. And I think I see a better line now watching back, but we're going to go ahead and swing at 6 with the Restand Law, which is a on play. He gets to restand something. Really good. And he's going to go ahead and take, I think at this point, if I remember correctly, my opponent is pretty low on cards in hand. I know you guys can't really see my opponent's hand. I feel like every time I look at these videos, I'm like, this is not a good angle. But I wanted you guys to be able to see the cards, and you certainly can see the cards, albeit a little crooked. Yeah, we're still working on the angle. Yeah, but a 7 going at lead. I think that's his 1 card right there. So we're just gonna try and chunk through his life here, potentially. Gonna play down the blocker. Law is gonna go ahead and come down. Bouncing Luffy Searcher, brother, really? I think potentially I could have bounced Restand Law, and then put Restand, and then played Capone to put Restand Law into life, and then potentially restood one of my attacks. I think that might have been a better choice, but we are looking to take something. I think we're going to take either X-Drake or Body. Not really sure. But I think potentially that Bounce Law play that I was just talking about might have been a better play. Or at least a cooler play for sure. Yeah, we're going to take X-Drake. I think that's a good choice. We can use it to rest something. And it's a 2K on top of, or instead of just Capone, which is just a 2K. So, well, we're going to go ahead and swing another 7 at Zoro. Just trying to get cards out of hand, I think. Bart is going to die, and he gets to draw a card. Leader ability. If a card is removed, you draw a card. It's very similar to Boa, which makes me think I might like it, but we are back at 5 Dawn here. Our 5 Dawn restood because of the GOAT Cavendish. I'm actually really stoked. I thought I really goofed the Cavendish play, but we are going to go ahead, discard, bounce, and then are we going to play something out? We may not play something out, which... No, we're just going to play the Searcher. I think that's an okay play. And then looking here, one of the cards in this deck that I have found that I don't really like, and maybe it's just, maybe I'd like it more after more playing, is the Basil Hawkins, the new Basil Hawkins. It is so good in Yellow Kid, but just a little lackluster in Law, at least currently. Granted, I haven't played, I think I've played maybe 5-6 games with my deck here, so maybe that will change. Maybe I will find the rhythm of it, if you will. But My opponent is going to go ahead and play down Leo, which is going to let him search the top 5. I believe he needs to rest leader or stage. I would assume he's going to rest stage here, but he is going to reveal a card that's not Leo with the Dressrosa type, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck and trash 1 card from your hand upon reveal. So, good way to kind of fill up your trash, I think, in a similar vein to Rebecca. It's going to allow him to take 2 cards, and he's going to put 1 in trash and 1 in his hand, I believe, or put something in his hand. So he is going to go ahead and trash Cavendish there, kind of gently tossing it. That was kind of swaggy, not going to lie. But now we know he has the Rebecca and the Luffy, which I'm pretty sure Rebecca can actually play out that Luffy. I can't remember for sure, but I'm pretty sure I know she can play out Kyros, which is a pretty big body, so, but Rebecca's only a 4,000. She's a 7-for-4, reveal, 2 cost 7 or lower, so I think she can play out another body that's not Rebecca, so she cannot be comboed with her blocker, which I think is pretty good. I think that they realized the air in their Gecko ways, or something along those lines, but just taking a moment here. So he's going to go ahead and tap 7, playing out Rebecca, drawing a card off of a Rebecca ability, I believe, and playing out, that Luffy. And that is really scary, honestly. Gonna play out Zoro as well, and go ahead and trash Luffy. Pretty scary board he has here. Gonna go ahead and I think start swinging at us. Luffy is gonna go ahead and swing into Cavendish. Pretty scary. Gonna go ahead and give him that 2k. I know that he can restand Luffy, and I really want to be able to utilize Cavendish here to restand that Dawn. I think that it's such a good ability. But he is gonna go ahead, put these 7 cards to the bottom of his deck and restand Luffy. Luffy can swing into a attack or characters. And yeah, gonna go ahead and swing another into Cavendish. I'm gonna give him that 2k. Gonna swing the 5, I believe, into life. I'm gonna go ahead and block. Feeling pretty confident that he's at 1 card in hand, and I'm thinking with the gonna go ahead and keep the Cavendish alive and getting 2 bounties in my hand off my last life. Looking kind of tough here. I think I need to just kind of spread Dawn and go for game, because at this point his board is a lot scarier than mine, but he only has 1 card in hand, so potentially can gain some momentum here, or finish the game out. That's enough momentum here. Gonna go ahead and swing 7. I know he's gonna have to block. Thinking about playing something else out for the Cavendish ability, but 6, 7, 8, 9. And he's going to go ahead and take. And we are going to put the rest of our Dawn on Law. And we are able to get there. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I played that game better than I thought. I thought I was goofing on my Cavendish, but that comes later. But yeah, overall, I mean, this deck is really fun. And I really enjoyed playing into the Usopp deck. I'm really excited about what OP10 is going to bring as far as like meta decks. Not excited for Blackbeard, not at all excited for Blackbeard, but I think that there are going to be decks that are good enough to get around the Blackbeard, and I think that might be pretty nice. I'm definitely thinking about building Red Sanji again. Just so many good red cards in this set. But yeah, that is going to go ahead and do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And of course, don't forget, 1K, we are doing a playmat giveaway. We're going to be giving away 2 playmats, one a pre-designed design, and the other a custom design just specifically for you if you win. So please go ahead and subscribe, comment on my videos. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.